Good morning, YouTube. Happy show day. It is currently 5 a.m. and it is show day morning. I'm exhausted. I slept 2 hours, but plan of action right now. I will come back and chat to you and explain what's happening, but first we need to get a double espresso in because there is still no water. We cut water at 7:30 yesterday, but all of that is mentioned in my previous video, the 2 day out and 1 day out video. So I need to get a double espresso in and I need to check in with my coach. We have a rough plan for the food today and just estimated stage time and everything, and I have my time slots for tan, makeup and everything, but I will pop back on to chat to you once I've woken up a little bit, once I've checked in. But I just wanted to say hello and tell you it's show day morning, so let's check in. Also, I just hit an all-time lifetime new low of 51.9. Absolutely mental. So I am back, a little bit more awake after my double espresso, and I've just been painting my toenails. We're going white with the toenails. And yeah, it is currently 5:45 in the morning, so very early morning. But I just want to kind of run you through the order of events today. So obviously, first of all, I am waiting an update from my coach. But he did send me a rough plan for food yesterday evening, right before we went to bed. So obviously yesterday, everything is covered in the previous vlog. It was very technical. It was updates every 2 hours with different protocols coming at me every single 2 hours. But we got through yesterday. We got through the base coat of tan, as you can see. So yeah, that's what we're starting with today as well. Obviously, I just need to get my food packed up. I will show you what's in my show day bag before we leave the house, and what other foods and supplements and things like that I'm bringing with you. So I'll show you all of that before we leave. So yeah, we just need to get my hair done before I leave the apartment about 8 o'clock. So I'm aiming to leave about 8. So mom is doing my hair. I will be bringing my straightener with me because I won't be on stage today till about 3 p.m. So I'll definitely need a touch up after tan and everything. So first things first is registration is from 6 a.m. to 9:30, but my top coat of tan is at 9. So I want to get to the venue before 9 a.m. so I can register. So I'm aiming to leave here about 8:15. Register and then get my top coat of tan at 9. Then my makeup is at 10 a.m. in the venue as well. So everything's at the venue, which is amazing. Yeah, makeup at 9. I do need to eat my first meal in between somewhere there, so we're just going to try our best. It's very simple. It's just 2 rice cakes and a bit of jam, so very easy, and peanut butter. So very easy. It'll take me 2 minutes to get in between the 2 appointments, and as I said, it's all in the one place. Then we're pretty much chilling. Once makeup is done, that's tan done, makeup done, hair done, we'll just need a touch up, and then we'll pretty much be chilling until my next meal, which will be at 12. I need to pop on my fake nails somewhere in between because I told you I am just wearing stick-on nails this year because of my job. Yeah, as I said, woke up at an all-time new low, 51.9. I haven't been this light since I was a kid. Still no glutathione tie-ins, which is a bit annoying. But yeah, we're not fully dried out yet because obviously I know you might have not watched my previous video. My coach and I do kind of take the drying out protocol. So we cut salt, we cut water the night before, and we just let natural diuresis occur. So we're still in the process of drying out. There is still no water going in, there's still no salt going in, there is still no carbohydrates going in until 10 a.m. So we're still pretty much drying out. I am looking a bit flat, so maybe he'll even up the carbs a touch or he'll just let it run through. But as I said, my first meal today will be rice cakes, jam, peanut butter, no salt. And then meal number 2 will be rice, honey, peanut butter, and we start reintroducing salt and water. Obviously, I can't take sips as needed in order to not pass out. But yeah, that's the plan of action. Obviously, I will give you a massive bikini reveal, probably closer to like 1 p.m. That's when I'm aiming to put my bikini on. I'll probably go backstage about 2, as we are looking to be on stage about 3:30. Hopefully not later than 4. I do have one more meal then at 2 scheduled, which will just be rice cakes, honey and jam again, bit of salt, bit of water. So yeah, very chilled morning. I wanted to get up early just to make sure I have this time to chill and not stress. So I've it's I have 2.5 hours now to just chill, get my hair done. Like, my food bag is packed. My show day bag, my backstage bag is pretty much packed too. I just have a few little bits to throw in. And yeah, so obviously I'll be at the venue pretty much all day because checkout here is at 11 and I finish makeup at 11, so obviously I won't even be able to come back here. So once I leave at 8 o'clock, I'm gone, but my coach will be at the venue later on as well pretty much all day because he will be watching the morning show. So most of the lads are on the morning, they leave the girls to last to keep the audience interested, which is good, but not good in a way. But I'm used to being on late. There's only one show this year that I'll be on early, which will actually be weird because I've never been on early, so that's going to be interesting. But yeah, I'm very tired. I slept about 2 hours. My head was just running wild, couldn't fall asleep. I was thinking about everything. I was thinking about what Tupperware I'm going to put my rice in. I was running through my routine in my head. It was horrible, and I was just really thirsty. I'm still really thirsty. I have a dry mouth. It's horrible, but obviously once we kind of get to work and keep busy, I won't be thinking about it. And yeah, it's show day. 20 weeks later. 20 episodes of the Bikini Prep series later. It is finally show day. So I just want to say a massive thank you to the people that have stuck around to watch my videos. And if you are new here, I hope you do enjoy this and the rest of my journey. And you're more than welcome to click back a few videos and see what it took to get me here today. So I'm going to go now. I'm going to wait for Mom to get up so we can get started on my hair about 7. And just pack away everything and just wait for my coach to get back to me. So once I know anything, obviously I will report, and I will be taking you to the venue with me. I will be taking you backstage with me. And yeah, that's it for this morning, for now. So I will catch you in a little bit. So Mom did a great job on the hair, as always. Shiny and straight. Obviously we will be touching it up backstage, I'd say, because we still have a long way to go, and obviously I'm gonna have to put my hair up in a cap for tan, so it's gonna get ruined. And it's raining outside because we did not get blessed with show day weather this year, fortunately. But yeah, I'm 2 espressos deep now. I brushed my teeth and I'm pretty much ready. I'm just in my tanning gear. I've got my posing bikini on underneath because we need to do one more check-in before we leave the house in half an hour. So I'm literally all packed up and I'm just going to show you what I'm actually bringing with me backstage. I know there's a whole video on it, but obviously it's finalized today. Everything is packed. So let me just give you a quick look. I don't know how well you can actually see with this lighting, but let me just take out my bikini because you're not seeing the color just yet. I've got my purple suitcase that you would have seen and the little food bag because I will be needing to bring both. And again, I'm very sorry about the lighting. It's still really dark, it's rainy, but we move. So what we've got in here, obviously I've got my toiletry bag, so this contains all of my brushes and extra makeup if I want to do any touch-ups. I've got my pump-up bands to pump up backstage, alongside pump-up bands to pump up. I've got some Sour Patch jellies, perfect pump-up snack. What else have we got? I've got my robe, I've got my heels, I've got all my hair stuff, so brushes, hairspray, and hair straightener. Got some makeup wipes because the first thing I'm gonna do when I get into the car after show is take that makeup off. I've got some fluffy socks in there that I'm actually gonna put on right now before we go, just for tan, just to be comfortable. And yes, I am going in my slippers, obviously. I've got my show day nails. I did tell you I do have to go with stick-ons this year. I've also got some extra glue and just nail files to make sure they go on smoothly. I have got my tripod, I've also got my spare heels because my stage heels this year are strap-ons, so I also have slip-on ones just to make it easier for check-ins. So I'm going to try and bring those with me. I might have to carry them in my hands, but we'll make do. And obviously if my heels were to ever break, it's really good to have a spare pair of heels, or even if anybody else needs it backstage, always handy to have a spare pair of heels. On the topic of spares, I also have a lot of jewellery and do have a spare bikini with me. I will not be bringing it backstage, it will be left in the car, but at any stage if anybody needs to run out and get it for me, they can. I also have a sewing kit in there somewhere just in case my bikini does need a quick repair. And Emma, the absolute angel that made my bikini, will actually be at the show today, so I'm sure she's going to get a final look at the bikini to make sure it's put on correctly, because my bikini is a little different this year. The bottoms are actually clip-ons, so you just put one leg on and then you clip them in place, which makes it a lot easier with tan, because you're always scared you're going to ruin your tan. What else have we got in here? I have 2 bottles of water in there, just 500 mils, because I will be introducing water again with my first and second and probably third meal in 200/300 milliliter portions. So I do have small bottles of water to weigh it out. Obviously I do have my food scale in there, but I'll get to that in a second. And I also have just some dissolvable electrolytes, because that is the first thing you do post-show. You do not dive into your cookies, you dive into your electrolytes, because you've been dehydrated for hours. So the first thing you do, you need to replenish that water and the salts. So that's what we do. I think that's pretty much everything that's in this side. So then comes all the food that I have to bring. So I did have to spread it across the 2 bags, food and supplements. So obviously our main carb sources, like I mentioned in yesterday's video, are just rice cakes, honey and jam. So that's exactly what we're doing today as well. I've got 2 packets of plain rice cakes. I've got 50-gram portions of jasmine rice cooked up already. I've got my food scale in there. I've got just a little thing of Tupperware just so I can weigh things out on. I've got some paper cups to weigh out my water. And then comes our little food bag. I have everything arranged in there, so I'm not actually going to take everything out. And obviously I did mention all of this in my previous video when I actually talked you through what I bought for show day. But we've got Squares bars, we've got dark chocolate, honey, jam, peanut butter, some more salt, some vitamin C. Got my mini scale to weigh out my salt. I've got my portion, another portion of rice, because I know my next meal will have 50 grams, so I already put that aside to make things easier, because I'll have to put a meal together between tan and makeup. And then I've just got some extra little bits like straws, baby spoons, just to make things easier backstage. So I'm keeping it very easy this year. Everything has its own place. The food is separate, because I know myself, when I'm backstage and my coach gives me orders, you have like 5 seconds to put meals together, and I'm rooting through my bag trying to find it. So everything has its place this year. I love the bag how it has compartments, so I know where everything is. I've also obviously got my Peak Maxes, because we will still be taking them. I'd say I'm going to get 1 more serving in today, because once the carbs go in, the Peak Max tends to drop, because the purpose of the Peak Max is to further the natural diuresis, but obviously when the carbs go in, your body will start holding on to water again, it will start filling up again. So once we fill up and we get that fullness, we obviously don't want to be depleting it again. So I'd say 1 more serving of Peak Max will do us today, but obviously we'll see what the coach says. So I just need to put my bikini back in there now. I need to do my check-in, and we're heading off to the venue. Tan at 9, makeup at 10, and then we're pretty much chilling until probably about 2 p.m, which is not ideal, because I know I'm going to start getting in my head, but I'm feeling good. The energy is back, the espressos are working. I'm excited to get over there. I'm excited to get everything done so I can just chill out backstage, have some fun with the girls, take a lot of pictures, and obviously I will be bringing you backstage with me, and I will just take you through as much as I can of today. And if I get any stage footage, it'll probably be just from my phone or my boyfriend's phone, so I'll just try to insert it into this vlog, but just keep in mind the quality won't be as good as this. But yeah, it's time to get the show on the road. It's time to take the final check-in in the apartment and head to the venue. Actually, it's the final check-in altogether today, because my coach will be at the venue all day. So whenever we need a check-in, he's just going to have a look at me in person, which is amazing. You know, this is my 6th show now, and my coach has never missed any of my shows, which I'm very grateful for, because I know I'd be a stress ball without him there. So yeah, very excited, but it's time to put everything together. So I'm just looking at the clock. I literally have 15 minutes to get all this done and leave the house. So I would chat to you probably after my update or before after tan. We'll see how the day goes. Obviously, no pressure, no stress. We just take it minute by minute, literally. So I'll chat to you soon. We made it to the venue, so I'm just about to register first and then head in for my top coat of tan. So let's see what number we get today and let's see if it's going to be a lucky one. We've got the top coat of tan on. We actually get it tan first, so we're going to go register now. Quite dark. I feel very sticky, but it'll be fine. There's a team backstage to fix you up if anything does go wrong. Oh my god, it was so good. It was worth the answer. We're gonna go register now and get our number. Smallest number I've ever had. 84. Thank you.
Sorted.
So we're number 84.
Have you had your top coat?
That is the smallest number I've ever had. So that kind of means there might not be a lot of athletes, which is strange because there's a lot of people registered for the show. So yeah, it is finally time for meal number one and most importantly, water. So 9:30 in the morning, we've gotten the green light to get our first meal in now before makeup. So my amazing boyfriend is currently weighing it out for me.
Hold on.
We have, I forgot the water, 2 rice cakes, 20 grams of jam, 12 grams of peanut butter. I'm asking you.
Huh? Yeah.
12 grams of nut butter?
Yeah.
20 jam?
Yeah.
2 rice cakes. We've got a squares bar, which we're saving for dessert. And we have, how much water?
200 mils.
200 mils of water, so I'm very excited to get that water in with another 2 servings of peak max. So excited for this food. I'm not going to film myself eating it, but this is literally your show day diet. Like rice cakes, jam, peanut butter. And I know how I was saying I want rice cakes or corn cakes for the show. I'm going to have so many rice cakes today, but I actually don't know if I'll even want them. So I do have a savoury meal on hand. I have my rice and chicken and mushrooms. So we're going to decide after the show. Right now it's about getting in the zone, getting that makeup on, so I can't wait to show you the glam. And then we might walk around the venue, see what's here. There might be a few stands and stalls. And then obviously for the bikini reveal in a couple of hours. So stay tuned for that. But we're going to eat this and head to makeup. So as you can see, we're all glammed up, the bikini is on, and we're just chilling. We just had a false alarm saying we have to go, but we don't, so we're all good. We've got everybody here. We've got the boss.
What's up?
We've got Maria. And we've got Dawn over there.
Hi.
And obviously we've got John. And we're just chilling. We got another meal in that I forgot to show you. It was just rice, peanut butter, honey, and salt. One more meal to go in, and then it'll probably be stage time. So as I said, I won't be filming with this camera, so it'll be John's job to get some good footage on his phone.
No pressure.
No pressure. Feeling good, feeling chill. The work is done. We've done everything we could, so now we just go out there and have fun and try not to fall over my heels. How does that sound? Woo! Exactly.
You see the light.
We are backstage, we are pumping up, and we're going to be on in a few minutes, so keep your fingers crossed.
Welcome, passports. Can you move one step to your left, please, ladies?
Let's go up. She looks incredible.
Let's go, Emma. Hold it first, right?
Okay, I have to scream. Go, Olivia! Olivia!
Yes!
Hold it first. Three.
Stay in the center.
83 and 85. 81 and 84, please.
Yeah, let them do this.
Perfect. Quarter turns again.
Olivia!
Go on, Olivia!
Oscar.
Yes! Oh, I love that.
Thank you, Olivia.
Yes! Yes! Come on, Olivia! That's it, Emma! Yes! She did it!
Second place, Olivia. And your winner, Alex.
Well, the results are in and we've got second place, but most importantly, we've got an invite to the British finals in 4 weeks' time, where we are really going to bring it. So second place for me today. We don't always win, but obviously I will give you all the in-depth thoughts in a little bit. I'm gonna go out now, try to find my family, try to find my coach, and just catch up with everyone and see what everyone thought. It was a very close call, but I will I'll chat to you about that in a second. It's a little bittersweet having won this show 2 years in a row, but we just need a process, and I'll catch up with you in a little bit when things calm down. Don't mind the shaky hands and the car and everything, but yeah, tan is still on. Obviously, as I told you, I wouldn't be able to shower until we get home, so we're on the road now. Literally just got on the road, so about 3.5 hours, 4 hours if we stop until we get home. But I thought I'd give you some just fresh post-show thoughts. So I'm sure everybody is curious, what am I eating post-show, and I'm gonna be honest, I am in such a weird mood right now. I'm starving, but I don't want to eat, and I don't know if it's because I'm a bit upset and pissed off, or if it's because I'm already in the zone to bring better. I don't know. I'm definitely gonna eat, don't worry. I'm gonna have 2 more meals because it is only 5 p.m. So I'm just thinking of snacking on the road, maybe on my corn cakes and fruit, and maybe actually having something savory before bed tonight when we get home. I don't want to overdo it. I have a plan of action. I don't want to be in bits tomorrow, but I'll chat about tomorrow in a little bit. But actually the first stop was Starbucks, and I got myself an iced Americano with a bit of coconut milk, which is my go-to in prep, off prep, and that was actually the first thing I had after downing a liter of water after stepping off stage. I'm still probably gonna try and get like 2 more liters in at least, because obviously we haven't had much water over the last 2 days. I have been dehydrated, so as I told you before, first thing you do is you grab your water or your electrolytes. I didn't feel the need for electrolytes because we did get a little bit of water in before stepping on stage. We had like 3 portions, 300 mils, and then I had a whole liter after stepping off, so I didn't really feel the need for electrolytes. I've got my coffee now, venti, so plenty more liquid going in, and I am gonna get a Pepsi Max Cherry, more liquid, so we're good on that front. But how am I feeling post-show, having gotten 2nd place? First of all, I'm going to say I am still just as proud of myself as I was before. This is the best look I have ever brought to stage, and I am proud of myself for how hard I worked to get here. But that being said, I have won this show. I have won the overall in this show 2 years in a row now, and today I took 2nd in junior, not even the overall, junior, and I'm gonna be honest, I thought I had juniors in the bag. So obviously, as I said, as proud I am and as satisfied as I feel after stepping off stage, I'm pissed off and I'm upset, because we all want to win. We all do shows to win, but at the same time you need to know how to lose, and today was one of those days. 2nd out of 4 girls. Competition was strong though, I have to say. The girl that bet me, I think she was just a touch more conditioned from the back, which is fair. I knew I wasn't bringing 100% conditioning in the back through the glutes and the hamstrings. So if that's what's called, if that's what decided the result, I agree. Her posing, I'm not sure. How was her posing, babe? Because I didn't see, obviously.
Your flow was much better.
Nobody beats my posing. But yeah, I just think she was a bit more conditioned, and that's that. But obviously, having spoken to my coach, who first of all was absolutely amazing to me backstage before and after. So Mike, I am so grateful for you today. You made this day very stress-free, and just that little pep talk before I went back on stage. He was literally with me right until I stepped on stage, feeding me jellies while I was pumping up. So thank you, Mike. And just the kind words before I stepped on stage, and the words I got after. He came straight running to me after I stepped off, and he was like, "Are you pissed off?" I was like, I didn't want to admit it, but I was like, yeah. He's like, "Good. I want you to be pissed off, because this is what is going to motivate you to work harder." But then he was like, "No, you don't need to work harder, because you already worked damn hard. But this is what is going to motivate you to keep working hard and bring better to the next shows." And that was our plan all along, and I've said this all throughout this prep. We want to bring our best for the big shows, and that is still the plan, and that is still what we're going to do. But going back to how I'm feeling, I am a little salty, I am a little pissed off, and obviously having spoken to my coach, he was sitting there front row right behind the judges. He said it was a very close call, so obviously I will try to pop the footage in here so you'll see what everything looks like on stage, and hopefully my routine, which I am very happy with. I nailed my routine, I didn't mess up, I remembered it.
It was amazing.
And I was very confident in my routine. I was very confident on stage. I loved being back up there. But so what they did, 4 of us, I was dead center. Then they swapped, they did 2 switches on stage, kept me in center. Then they swapped me with the girl that won and put me in 2nd place. But then they actually switched me back to the center, which just gave me that thought that I won. But then my coach said when we were at the back of the stage waiting for awards to be called, so our placings to be called out to tell us what place we took, they were still debating, they were still discussing. So I think it was a very close call. Obviously we'll see when the feedback goes in. I should get my feedback within the next few days, so obviously that'll be in the next video. But yeah, as I said, having won the overall in this exact show 2 years in a row does make this 2nd place hurt. Like, if this was my first ever show and I took 2nd, I'd be over the moon. But having done 2 seasons, having won this show before twice, it does hurt. but at the same time it is motivating me to do better. British finals are in 4 weeks time, so we have 4 weeks to pull off about 3 pounds, I'd say, to really bring that conditioning through the lower, and that is very much doable if we really work hard over the next 13-14 days until my next show. I think we'll be cruising into British finals, and it'll be an easy win in juniors at least, but obviously that depends on the day. See, this is bodybuilding. We don't always win. Bodybuilding is very subjective. Your judges might just not like your look on the day. However, I am very happy with my look today. My bikini made by Center Stage Suits was absolutely stunning. There was no boob slips that I've had 2 years in a row now getting a bikini somewhere else. So no, I'm very happy with my bikini. Shoes were amazing. They were the Goddess Olympians from Shoe Fairy. Best pair of heels I've ever owned. Hair was nailed. My makeup is absolutely beautiful. Like, I'm hours after getting it done and it literally hasn't budged. So very happy with my look today. I'm happy with what I brought. I am very happy with how hard I worked for what I brought. As I said, best look I have ever brought. The leanest I've been, and the most muscular I've been too. So we've definitely made improvements from the last season, which is what we wanted, you know? We wanted to bring better than we did last year, and we did. We wanted to be me from last year, and we did. So in a way I'm happy, but in a way I am upset. For some reason I just feel like I let everybody around me down, everybody that was rooting for me to get first place.
She didn't. Nope. I'm proud. Always am.
But in a way you still feel like you let people down, you feel like you let yourself down, but at the same time I don't. Because I did the best I could, I brought my absolute best, and as I said, it was a very close call for that first place. You know, maybe if we had an extra like 7 days even, maybe we would have gotten first, maybe not. But I want to talk about some other things as well before I show you what I'm going to be eating. First of all, I had 3 of my posing clients competing in this show. Ivana in wellness took 3rd place. I actually saw her routine and everything from backstage. She killed it. Dawn, who is a master's bikini athlete, she's 45 years of age, and she decided to do this show 3 days ago. So she is prepping for the NPC show that the 2 of us are doing in 2 weeks time. So we've been focusing on NPC in her lessons. I've been teaching her NPC posing, and 3 days ago she decided she wanted to jump into a PCA show. We did one 30-minute lesson and she took 3rd today out of a very stacked class of 9. So well done, Dawn. I am so proud of you. And my little gem, Zara in bikini tall, took the gold. She took 1st place. And I'm just over the moon that my posing clients were there and they absolutely killed it. I'm just so proud. It makes me so fulfilled as a posing coach, especially since this is the first season where I really have a lot of clients competing. Like Edita, who came to see the show, she came to support me. She won her show, her first ever show, and she had amazing feedback on her posing a couple of months back now. So this is just really giving me the drive as well, and it just makes this 2nd place a lot sweeter, knowing that my posing clients did so well out there, and then they came up to me after and told me that it's because of what I did for them. So it does make this loss, because it is a loss, a lot more rewarding. So yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say. Yeah, Maria, she's also on my team. She took 1st in her class. There's only 2 girls in the class, but she definitely bet that other girl in there. So she is coming to British finals, and this is what we came for. That's what I forgot to mention. We came to this show. We competed at this show to get qualified for the British finals, and we did that. So 4 weeks time, we're going to British finals, and Donna is coming, and Maria is coming, and Zara is coming. So it's going to be an absolute ball when all of us are competing against each other. But this is what it is. We're all teammates, but on stage we're all up against each other, but there's no hard feelings. Everybody supports each other, and it's amazing. I love the bodybuilding community. I feel like it brings people closer, even though at the end of the day, you know, you're there competing against them, you're there competing against yourself. But yeah, there's one more thing I wanted to mention. So she's probably gonna watch this vlog, and I'm not even sorry, but I am very, very upset. There was a girl I used to teach posing, and she moved coaches, which is perfectly fine. I am never salty about girls going to different coaches. You know, not every coach is for everyone, as I always say. But, you know, I was really good to her backstage. I was chatting to her a few days ago, and she was so lovely to me. And, you know, we wished each other the very best of luck before we went on stage. And then she deliberately pushed me in the pose down, which is very evident, which you are going to see here. So that is just something I want to say you don't do on stage. As I said, we're all teammates at the end of the day, and you should never try to win by bringing another athlete down. You just don't do that. You go out there, you show your best, and if your best is what they want, they're going to give you that first place. If it's not, they won't. But you do not win by bringing other athletes down. That's something I would never do.
It's not sportsmanship.
It's not sportsmanship, exactly. So I'm very salty about that. I'm very mad. But I did play it off cool. I smiled and I just posed away through the pose down. So yeah, that's kind of all I wanted to cover for now. I need to charge the camera up a bit before I come back to you to show you what I'm going to be eating. To be honest, I still don't know. Like, I've had a lot of sweet stuff today, and I just don't know if I want my corn cakes and my fruit, or if I want something savory. But I think I'm just gonna go in with sweet again, and then end the day on something savory.
Old you would have gone straight for sweet.
It's so weird. Like, the thing is, old me would have went straight into my food bag right after stepping off stage, and I haven't even touched food yet. I just wanted coffee, and that is another amazing win for me, because if you've watched me, if you've watched my videos, my previous seasons, I did struggle for the longest time with binge eating disorder, and I'm not saying I am over it yet, but I have made a crazy amount of progress. Like, as I said, normally after a show I dive straight into food. My first season I dove straight into cookies, and it led me down a dangerous path. My second season I did dive straight into food again. It was a bit better. It was fruit, it was a bowl of oats, but then I couldn't really stop myself with the rice cakes, and I had a very rocky post show as well. But this time around, like, as I told you, I've just been craving corn cakes, peanut butter, fruit, things that are normally on my meal plan when I have a bit more food, and a protein bar, which I am going to have. I have two, still haven't decided which one, so we shall see. But like, I haven't went straight into food. I just wanted a coffee, I wanted to hydrate, and I think this is just showing how much I have grown as an athlete and how much I'm going to continue to grow as an athlete. I was even talking to this about my coach. I said the exact same sentences to him. Like, even when John and I talk about our off seasons, which are coming in the next few weeks, like, it's closer than further, we're actually thinking of our meal plans rather than all the food we're going to enjoy off plan. So I think we're doing very well. I think I am doing very well in battling my disorder. But I'm going to shut up now, because I'm not going to lie, I'm probably going to have a little cry tonight because I am upset. But at the same time, I just need to remind myself that A, I brought my best, whatever this best is right now. B, I'm eager to bring a better best. And C, we still have plenty of work to do before the next shows. We are straight back onto our protocols tomorrow, which I will chat to you about maybe later or even tomorrow morning. I might extend this into tomorrow, who knows, we'll see. I'm tired, we'll see. But yeah, we're just gonna keep driving now. Stop at the first petrol station so we can actually sit down, get a drink, and eat, because I am hungry. I do need to get some food in. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it here for now. I hope you enjoyed my little rant, and I will chat to you soon. Is there anything you want to add?
You did absolutely amazing. You did us all proud, as usual.
I wouldn't have done it without you.
Yes, you would.
You were the best stage boyfriend today. He was very stressed out.
I think I was more stressed.
He was more stressed than me. This is the most stress-free I have ever been on a show day, but that's also because of how well it was organized. everything was at the venue. The timings were perfect. It was amazing. And then we got the makeup room pretty much all to ourselves with my coach and the other girls, and we were just chilling, chatting, chilling, eating rice cakes. It was great. So yeah, we have 13 days now to the next show, but I will chat to you all about that either later or in the next video and all that jazz. So I shall see you in a little bit. I know I am absolutely terrible. I had my first post-show meal and completely forgot to show you, but I've had half a pack of corn cake thins with just a little bit of peanut butter on 2 of them. I've been munching away on some raspberries, and I've had a little tub of watermelon. The watermelon was amazing. So yeah, that's the current state of affairs. That's literally all I've had. I was gonna get a Pepsi Max cherry, but they didn't have it, so I was like, fuck it, don't want it. Still sipping away on water, and I have to say I'm starting to feel a bit full. So I'm just gonna let my stomach settle a bit. I probably will finish that packet of corn cakes though. And next time we stop for a coffee, I'm gonna dig into one of my protein bars, and that'll probably be it for the road home. And then, as I said, I'll do one normal meal when I get home. Maybe a bit of rice, a bit of chicken and mushrooms. That's literally all I want. Who am I? Hello YouTube, it is the next day. It is currently Monday the 18th of September. And I have decided I'm going to give you all the protocols and all my more reflections and what is happening post-show in the next video, as we will be entering another peak week next week. So you're just gonna have to stay tuned for next week's video for all of that. I just want to say thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed coming along with me to my show day, my first show of this season. I am going to tell you, I feel a lot better this morning. When I came home yesterday, I just had a big bowl of rice, chicken, mushrooms and pickles and a little bit of cheese, and I went to bed very satisfied. Weight wasn't up a crazy amount this morning. My coach was happy. But I am going to tell you right now, we are going to be digging quite hard for the next show. We are going completely zero carb, 75 minutes of cardio, which I already smashed out this morning. I went straight to the gym this morning when I got up after my check-in, did an hour on the Stairmaster, then went back, trained legs, I prepped all my meals, I did the rest of the 15 minutes of cardio, and I am feeling very good. I'm feeling very fueled to really dig deep now, bring my absolute best to the next show, and that is exactly what we're going to do. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you head over to Instagram and TikTok, because I'm posting a lot of content from this show, both my own progress, my posing client wins. There's a lot of TikToks on all the food I ate yesterday, so make sure you go check that out. I'll pop the name on the screen. And I shall see you in the next video when we're starting another peak week. Ciao!